So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something.
Haaland! Haaland! That is brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
Norway finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Haaland. And here's Bellingham. Bebeto. Tevez. Bebeto. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Shevchenko. Throw in. And it's Kone. Bebeto. And it's Guardiola. And here's takes a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Norway are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Nice looking ball. And he was alert to it. Kone. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It's a promising position. Doku puts the ball in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That'll be a throw-in. Silvestre.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That has been cut short. It's gone out for a throw-in. Silvestre. That's Guardiola. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Out towards the flank. Has a look up and delivers. Good read, needed to be. Pressing high and with purpose. Kone. Bebeto. Pinches it off him. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Serginho. João Cancelo picks it up out wide. Shot a goal! Goal! getting better and better. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Changement en cours.
Norway choosing to make the first change. Neymar coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
It's a wow moment. Now, that's the sort of change you don't see every day.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And he's been shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Tevez, and it's been played through. There's the shot! And that's a good finish. Just one goal in it now. Game on! So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Norway making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Well, that pass isn't the best. Elise.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
Well played.
additionnel.
That has snuffed out the danger. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Serginho. João Cancelo. And it's Serginho. Serginho! And the referee has blown for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Attention, changement.
So the action resumes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Serginho. Guardiola.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. He can run onto that. And Bebeto! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bebeto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Perisic with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Serginho gets into a good position. Header! And it's in! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France go up by 2. He's in one-on-one. Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
France, palpably stronger, better, superior.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Not the most accurate pass. Norway are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Neymar. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Le numéro 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Changement.
Olise. Bellingham tries to play it through. No luck with that dink over the top. Nicely weighted ball. And he cuts out the supply. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Van Dijk. Akanji. Gerrard. And it's Bellingham. Threads one in. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's got away. Shoot! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
75 minutes played. Mbappe! And the shot! Rijkaard. Neymar. Olise, given the lift of his goal. Wan-Bissaka does well to get it back. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Un petit rappel, chers spectateurs. N'oubliez pas l'opération caritative organisée autour de ce match. Merci d'avance.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Que tout le monde accueille chaleureusement nos joueurs sur le terrain.
We stand for the national anthem of France. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So we're up and running. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Hakimi. Pass somewhat off target. Conte. Mbappe, spread it left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plays it in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Gently done. Crosses it in here. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Al-Khanous. Strong running down that left flank. Riyad. El Ainawi. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Oh, he's found support out wide. Zaire Emery. Ball played for Dembele. And it's Thauvin. Spread out to the left.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Can he get on the end of this? He'll try from distance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
France still without a single shot on target. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Camavinga. going wide left. And it's Dembele. Oh, there's a probing ball. Mbappe! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Mazraoui. Oh, it's Al-Khanous. Unahi. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe is flagged offside. Brahim Diaz. Unahi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Diaz. Oh, good spread. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And it's been taken short. France are looking to go forward now. Dembele knocks it into space. He's in plenty of space here. Thauvin goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Dembele is wide and looking to get onto this. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tchouaméni gets across to intercept that. Thauvin chooses to go cross-field. Barcola. And it's Camavinga. Thauvin. Nicely weighted ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Merci d'accueillir les deux équipes.
Away we go again.
France are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Here comes the cross. Kalulu with the clearance. Barcola could move up a gear here. Looking for the run. That ball looks a good one. That's a simple one for the keeper. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he was quick to react. Now, can they get him away? Dembele providing an outlet on that flank. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Thauvin plays it short. Cross goes in there. And he's cleared it back out. And he's gone backward here. Chance, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. Brahim Diaz. That's a good foray he's making. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Thauvin. Silvestre. And it's Camavinga. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Brahim Diaz. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Conte. Barcola. Showing good feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a throw. And that's a... He's having a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Thauvin goes short. Hangs in across. Morocco have the chance to go the other way. Searching pass he's played there. Riyad. El Ainawi. Now Mazraoui. Unahi. And it's Hakimi. Ah, looks a smashing ball. Played through into space. Dembele in acres of space out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappe! And he's definitely onside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, there is a look that says it all. Oh, he's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about...
Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's put paid to the danger. Silvestre tries the cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist. Brahim Diaz picks it up out wide.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Now that looks a decent ball. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He shifted it to the flank. Wakola finding himself in space. And here's Camavinga. Quality ball. And the counter-attack is on for Morocco. That looks a cracking ball. Kalulu. Camavinga.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball.
90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6. À sa place.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Dembele gets into a good position. Aimed at the far side. And that should get the job done.
France really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Hakimi. Distributed tidily. That's a look and place it forward. Kone, and that's going wide left. And it's Kone. And it's Conte. Aims beyond the defence. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mazraoui. And he's had it nicked away. Dembele. Kone. Good read, needed to be. Riyad. El Ainawi. Played in by Mazraoui. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Halfway through extra time, and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here?
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 29.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Changement en cours.
So, for the last time, who dares to win? So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Le numéro 44.
And it's Hakimi. And it's been played through. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Can he get it through? Lovely feet. Now the ball in. Hakimi with the clearance. Diop gets it away. Spread it left. Back. Terrific effort! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 33.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Ambitious ball here. Bruno breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
France will feel aggrieved about not being able to put an end to it. They were much more attack-minded.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming. So, are we ready? And you can almost hear a pin drop. Mbappe to get things going. And he duly obliges.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Yeah, good pen that. He had to, and he did. Dembele, second to go.
It looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Now it is the turn of the captain.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Griezmann is third in line.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
We're on to number 3 here. And it's 3-3. Olise is fourth up. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. Oh, talk about coming up with the goods.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
That's a brilliant read.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Silvestre, the last of the designated five. Oh, Cooley does it.
I don't think there was ever any doubt, really, Peter. Certainly not in his mind.
It is the lonely walk.
He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
Saved! And that will be that! Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Pour votre sécurité, ce match est placé sous vidéosurveillance.
you